Welcome, visionaries and revolutionaries, to the Aligned Empire podcast, your gateway to building a movement of change, wealth, and impact. I'm your host, Drea Brown. This podcast is for the visionary woman who is ready to master the energetic frequencies of money, business, and herself, and is ready to expand into a frequency, life, and empire that mirrors her highest purpose. Together, we are rising up and reshaping the world as we know it, defying limitations and boldly embodying our highest selves. You're not just listening to another podcast. You're embarking on an epic journey. Hello and welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about embodying your authentic energy on camera. We're going to be discovering how to authentically express your unique energy, captivating your audience, and then creating powerful connections with your audience. So we're going to really cover different techniques for overcoming camera shyness, just channeling your energy and communicating your message effectively with your audience. This is something I'm really excited to share because it's something that every single one of my clients struggles with that I've ever had. I don't think I've had one person not struggle with this so far because let's be real, it's not natural to be talking to an inanimate object and pretending that it's other people that are going to hear our message. Like our brains just don't connect with it. It's not natural. It's not authentic. So how do you become authentic to something that is not actually authentic or natural? And as a business owner, in today's world, you almost have to be on camera, especially if you want to make a massive impact in the world. Video is the most impactful way that you can truly touch a ton of people at scale. Of course, if you could sit face to face with 1 million people, that is going to be way more powerful than if you were going to do a video to 1 million people. But the thing is, it's impossible to do that. So now we have video in order to scale our message, scale our impact. And it's your responsibility as a business owner to take advantage of this. And if you haven't taken advantage of it yet, you need to today. And now with AI, creating content is becoming easier and easier, even on video. And I'm so excited for the incredible changes that are going to be coming to AI. It's going to be even easier to go on camera. And that's going to be for another episode, but that's going to be a little tidbit that I will be sharing. And all I have to say is get excited for AI and what it's going to be doing to the power of video and the power of impact that you can truly create in this world. So first off, embodying your authentic energy. What does that mean? What does authenticity mean? That word is thrown around left and right, but do we really know what that word means? And the thing is, it's going to be different to every single person. And I have to say, I've seen myself a lot go on social media and I'll look at these different creators and I'll compare my authenticity to theirs. I'll compare my content to theirs. I'll just be like, they sound so much more authentic than me. They're showing up so much more as themselves than me. And the thing is, once again, everyone's authenticity looks different. On the other hand, we can go and look at someone's perfectly curated social media. We can judge them. We can say they're not being authentic. I don't like this because it's perfectly set up. I don't like this because it's way too polished. This isn't authentic. This isn't what they really are. But who are we to judge other people's authenticity? Because the more that we judge other people's authenticity, the more that we're going to be open to judging our own selves. And trust me, it's going to be way harder to get your ass out there if you're judging someone else with this. So the first step to really embodying your authentic energy on camera is to get really clear on what authenticity means to you. Again, not what it means to somebody else, not what it means to your favorite influencers, what it means to you. But something that really helps me is going on my favorite influencers page or business owners page, coaches page, and asking myself, what resonates with me? What makes me feel truly alive? What about their content do I absolutely love? What about them do I absolutely love? What about them is missing? What about them do I not feel resonant with? When you do this, it's a balance between not judging the person, but becoming curiously observant of what you like about their content and what you don't like about their content. This can be really difficult, but be curious about this entire experience when you go and look at, 20 different people's profiles and really take note about what you like. Get a notebook. What do you love about what they do? What do you love about their marketing? What do you love about their colors? What do you love in the way they share their offers? What do you love about everything that they do, everything that they are. Look at their stories. What do you love about their stories? What do you love about it? What do you think they're so bold and courageous over? What do you love about them? Maybe it is that you love the perfectly curated feeds, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a beautiful feed that promotes creativity, that promotes art. If that's how you see it, it's really about the intention. But again, I really want to stress this because I've fallen into this trap so many times when I do this, is be curious about it. Again, don't judge, because that's going to be another episode, because it's so important not to judge. And I could go over a massive episode about this, but just be careful not to judge other people with this, because it opens up for judgment onto yourself. All it does is it plants a seed of judgment. And I promise you, if you're judging other people, you're massively judging yourself. And that's going to prevent you from even posting content in the first place. So be careful you're not judging them as you're looking at what you like and what you don't like on their pages. And just, again, take note of what you love and what you don't love. Second, about embodying your authentic energy on camera, on video, is become more of who you already are. What does that mean? Well, take note. Who the hell are you? What do you do? What do you love to do? What makes you you? What are your quirks? What do people tell you about yourself? Do people tell you that you're loud? Do people tell you that you're quiet? Do people tell you that your cooking's amazing? Do people tell you that you're a massive foodie, that you, oh my gosh, you just love the outdoors? What do people tell you? What do people tell you that you're beautiful? What is it that makes you you? What I want you to do is I want you to really take note. What is it that makes you you? What are all the qualities that really make you you? And if you're coming up with a blank, it's totally fine. What I would do, and what I've done, is I text my best friends. Text 5 people that you love and that really, really know you, and ask them, what are my best qualities? What are my most unique qualities? Ask them. And people will tell you. People will tell you things that you think come so natural to you that you didn't even know that you had inside of you. So that's what I love about just like relationships, is that it helps show you even more of who you are. Because if we didn't have them, we would have no way to really express ourselves, at least not in the depth that we are able to in relationships. So ask your best people around you, the people that know you the best, what is it that makes me me? And then on the other side of your list, make the things that aren't you. What are things that are not you? Maybe it's that you don't like spicy food. Maybe it's you don't like the city. Maybe you don't like the city. Maybe it's that you don't like procrastinating or lies, like inintegrity, like people that are not fully aligned with their integrity bugs you. Like that is just massively not you. What is it that is not you? Because when we find out what is not us, we find out what is us. So what is it that is not you? What is it, like when you're looking at these other people's profiles, what about them is not you? What is just not totally resonating with you? And again, be curious about it and observe yourself curiously. If you do judge, if you do fall into the judgment, observe yourself curiously and don't judge yourself about judging others. Because again, that's planting that seed of judgment that we're trying to get, that we're going to stop watering, right? Because once you stop watering that seed of judgment, you really do stop judging yourself, and you just start curiously observing everything through the lens of being more conscious. You're taking off those glasses of judgment. And then you can see things for what they truly are when you stop judging. So just be careful of when you are judging and when you're observing all of this curiously, because we're not here to judge you or other people. We're here to get down to the deepest part of your soul of who you really are and how we can embody that on video, how we can embody that to our audience, how we can embody it to people who truly need us. Next, what I want you to do is I want you to envision your highest self. This is going to take some work, doing some visualizations. It's not right here on this podcast episode. Just visualize it really quick while I'm talking. It's doing a meditation, sitting down and doing a meditation And there's so many incredible meditations out there that you can do. I have some on my website as well. You know what? I'll leave a link down as well below for you to do that. But this is one of my favorite things ever to really fully embody this power that I have inside of me. Because right now, your power might feel like it's scattered all over the place. Who you are is scattered all over the place. It's unorganized. The energy is everywhere. So doing a meditation to embody your highest self, to embody something greater than yourself even, is going to grab that power that feels like it's scattered everywhere, and it's going to pull it back into you. So that's what we want to do, is what we want to feel that power inside of us instead of outside of us. And it's really important to do both of these exercises together, this meditation of embodiment and these ideas on paper, because one is coming a lot from our ego, one is coming from ideas, one is coming from more tangible things, and the other one is coming from what we feel inside and how we can embody it. So go sit down, go do a meditation, and go truly embody, what does the highest version of yourself feel like? What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? The highest version of your life, what is it? What is important to you? Are you speaking on stage to hundreds of thousands of people? Are you building a massive empire that is going to impact millions of people's lives? What is it? And I want your mind to go wild. I want you to believe in infinite possibilities because it's totally true. Hello, amazing, wonderful people. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. And if you are, could you please share this with someone who you really, truly think needs it or would enjoy listening to these type of podcast episodes? It would really mean the world to us. Our team works so hard on these episodes, and we really try to provide the most value we possibly can for our listeners. So a few ways that you can share is take a screenshot of this episode and share it into Instagram. We would love to tag you in our stories. And a few other ways is sharing exactly what you loved about this episode and what truly made an impact in your life. And one last thing, if you are enjoying this podcast episode, if you could leave a review for us, that would be everything. It really does help our podcast, and it also helps other beautiful, wonderful people find our podcast as well. So thank you so much, and let's get back to the show. Quantum physics is pretty incredible, and I really want you to open up to this type of meditation and sit down and really embody this version of yourself. And while you're doing this, embody yourself of what it feels like to be incredible on camera. Visualize yourself being amazing on camera. I'm so surprised more people do not do this. I've never heard anyone even talk about this, is visualizing yourself on camera, being amazing on camera. What does it truly look like if you were to embody your highest, biggest expression of yourself on video? If you were to truly captivate hundreds of thousands of people on video, millions of people on video, what does that feel like? Without a doubt that you're doing this, what does that feel like? And how can you embody even more of that? If meditation is new for you, if this is something you've never done before, it might take a few times. It will take a few times to really be able to embody this version of yourself. And when I say embody, it's embodying the energy of the self. It's not thinking about the ideas of the self. It's truly feeling the energy of your highest self without a doubt, and feeding into this energy. And when you feel any type of energy, I mean, it feels good. That's what it's going to feel like. It's going to feel really good when you're able to activate that highest self energy inside of you. And when you feel that, how can you multiply that even more? How can you feel expansive into that even more? How can you double that? How can you triple that? How can you quadruple? How can you times 100 that energy in your body? And even as you're listening to this, how can you multiply the energy that you are feeling inside of this moment? Can you just take a breath? Can you just take a breath and connect with your body? And it's okay if you can't, but can you take a second? And any type of energy that you're feeling inside of your body, maybe it's in your fingers, your toes, maybe it's inside of your heart space, maybe your legs, your arms, wherever you're feeling energy. And how can you allow that to become more expansive? Just ask. It's okay if you don't get any answers. Just allow, surrender to the question and allow an answer to come through. How can I become more expansive? How can I embody my highest version even more? How can I become even more of who I already am? And I love doing this a few minutes every single day, connecting to this version of myself, connecting to this next level version of yourself. Because again, what does the next level version of yourself feel like? How does she act? How does she speak? How does she hold herself? How does she get up in the morning? How does she hold herself in her business? How does she deal with her clients? What type of experience is she giving her clients? And I want you to get really deep on this. And I want you to feel into this, feel into the embodiment of this, because there's nothing more powerful than embodying the change first. And then once you embody it, then your thoughts literally change. When you can embody this, that's when everything changes. It's not the thought first and then the embodiment. It's the embodiment first and then the thought. The embodiment will change the thought. The embodiment will change the action. The embodiment will change your identity. It will change your life, because when you start to embody this new person every single day and you commit to doing this practice every single day, even just for a few minutes every single day, and you commit to doing this as often as possible, what you start to see is that the person that you embody is creating the life on the outside. Your outside experience is reflecting what you're feeling and what you're embodying inside. It's science, it's quantum physics. And I truly believe embodiment is going to be the new massive buzzword more than manifesting. It's going to be embodiment, because anymore manifesting is kind of, it's almost shallow anymore, because it's lost its meaning, because so many people have stopped teaching the true meaning of what manifesting is, because manifesting is truly embodiment. That's what it is. That's what manifesting is at its core, and why manifesting can work. But manifesting in itself, it's lost its meaning. And so what I want to do is I want to change that word around and make embodiment the new word. It's embodiment. It's being. It's you being a certain way, and every single thing else will follow. So when you can be a certain way on camera, when you can hold yourself as an empire leader, as a real world impact leader, then that is what's going to follow. That is the energy that you are putting out into the world. So every time you get on camera, ask yourself, what type of energy am I putting out into the world? What type of energy am I embodying in this moment, in this video? And I promise you, the energy that you're embodying in this video is what you're going to attract back. So if you're embodying a type of energy that is not confident, that doesn't really know what they're saying, or doesn't even believe in what they're saying, that's the type of people that you're going to get into your audience, is people that don't actually believe what you're saying. So you might really not even get anyone in your audience. So if you have been growing your audience forever and you haven't grown it, that's maybe one of the reasons why, is because you're just not embodying your full potential on camera, because you don't believe it yet. And really, it takes practice. It's constant embodiment. It's being curiously observant of when you're not embodying that version of yourself. And it's bringing it back. It can be easy, but it's not always easy. You know, and it's okay if it's not. There's nothing wrong with you. I've been doing this shit for years, and I'm still like up and down. You know what I mean? Like it's still a practice. I still have to do it every single day. And when I don't do it, I'm not embodying it. So I have to do it every day. It's not like once you do it, you're there and you're always there. It's like, no, it's a constant thing that you have to put yourself into, and you have to really make sure that you're in it, that you're doing it, that you're actually being it. And so what I love to do, again, I love to spend a few minutes in the morning, usually 20, because that's just like what I set for myself. But again, a few minutes is totally fine. Sometimes it is just a few minutes a day. I have vision boards up in my office, and I just stare at them sometimes, and I embody the energy behind those vision boards. And then I set that intention for myself is to hold this energy, hold it. And anything less than this energy, if I feel anything less than this energy throughout the day, I curiously observe it and I drop it. I curiously observe it and I drop it. anything that doesn't feel like the energy that I am bringing into my life, because I feel it inside first, right? That's how you bring things into your life. You feel it first. You have to be it first before you bring things that you want into your life. You have to be it first. You have to get so good at being it first that you don't even give a shit if it comes into your life. You don't care because you already have it. You literally already have it. So how can you embody this type of energy? How can you embody this type of energy on video, in life, about your dreams, about your desires? How can you embody this energy first? So again, spend a few minutes every single morning embodying this energy. Set the intention, anything less than this, and hold that energy throughout the day. And when you make decisions based on honestly anything, this is like, maybe I should have made this podcast about everything. Maybe I should have made this podcast about just embodiment in general, because it's something I'm going to talk about again and again and again and again. But when you hold this energy throughout the day, when you're making decisions on your videos, what would this empire woman choose to do a video on? How would this woman choose to speak into the camera? And I want you to visualize this. Visualize yourself doing this. Visualize this woman who you already are, who literally already exists in this reality, because there is only one moment. Everything already exists right now. Everything. It already exists. You just can't see it. That's the illusion, is that you just can't see it in your physical reality, but it's already there. So how can you embody it right now and bring it into your reality right in this moment, and then make decisions based on that energy? Make decisions based on the fact that you already have, and you do, millions of people in your audience, millions of people listening to every single video, millions of people commenting. How can you get excited about this? How can you be grateful about this? How can you feel surreal about this? Because when I was doing this embodiment work, because when I first started doing this embodiment work, I started a TikTok account, and I made every single video as if I was the leader of spirituality. And I had a spiritual account back then, just pure spirituality. But I truly believed, without a doubt, I was the leader of spirituality on TikTok. And every single video that I posted, every single idea I posted, was truly feeling that, without a doubt, that that was my truth. I didn't even think about it. Like I just did it. I embodied it. It's not you thinking about it. It's not affirmations of you telling yourself, yes, I am this, this is who I am. This is what I want to manifest. No, it's I embodied it. I felt it. I felt it in my energy. And it didn't even matter what type of affirmations I was saying. I embodied this energy. And I thought about what type of topics I wanted to talk about. It was always from this account that had hundreds of thousands of people. And at this point, I didn't have any followers. I started from zero. I started from completely zero. And then I look back, and 4 months later, I have over 600,000 followers. And it was completely because of this embodiment. Every single video I made, it was for my audience of hundreds of thousands of people. Like, I never really thought that was going to be me, but it happened. And it felt surreal as hell. It felt completely surreal. And when I first started my TikTok, I even posted a video that I wanted to host a live meditation to thousands of people. I had this vision that I wanted to do that. And I meditated about it. I had this vision, and I felt the surrealness of it already happening. Because what do you feel when something already happens? You feel surreal. You feel awe. You feel gratitude. You feel like, holy shit, this actually happened. And when I did my live and I looked at the end of my live and I realized that over 43,000 people joined my live, the feeling was like, oh my God, like I've already felt this feeling. This has already happened. I've already experienced this, and now I'm experiencing it on the outside. I've already experienced all these feelings on the inside, and now I'm experiencing it on the outside. And it really did feel completely surreal, because it was like, holy shit, it worked. It was like, oh my God, it worked. And I just remember crying on that meditation. It was insane. It was crazy. It's like, it's one of those highlight of my life. It was beautiful leading a meditation to that many people and feeling that incredible energy of that many people. It was like it really was one of the most magical moments of my life. But I embodied that energy before I felt it on the outside. I had to do it on the inside. And I did that in every video. In every video that I edited, I felt that. I embodied the energy of already having hundreds of thousands of people and that this was a video that was going to be shown to my hundreds of thousands of people. And what type of content do I want to be shown to hundreds of thousands of people? What is worthy of being shown to hundreds of thousands of people or millions of people? Because my videos at the time, because my videos were getting millions of views. But it was only because I embodied that. I embodied that the whole time. I can't say the whole time, but the majority of the time I did embody it. And when you embody that type of energy on video, people are going to feel it. Your audience will be able to feel that energy. They're going to be captivated by that energy. They are, without a doubt, they are going to think you're a badass thought leader, and they're going to gravitate towards you. They're going to be magnetized towards your impact and your message. And that's when you get messages left and right about wanting to work with you. And when you're embodying this energy on camera, your highest self on camera, what happens is that the message that you need to say just automatically happens. Whether that's you just what I like to call rant, but if it's you just like talking about something that you're really passionate about without having any type of hook, without having any type of intro that was specified beforehand, or maybe it is an intro that was specified beforehand. It depends how you work. There is no right or wrong way to do this, but the difference is that you're embodying this the entire time. And when you embody this energy, you just automatically communicate your message effectively. And if you feel like you're not communicating your message effectively, it's most likely because you're not fully embodying what you need to embody, or fully embodying the energy that is going to take to get you there. And so again, if you feel that, just shake it off. Shake it off. Observe it curiously. Observe curiously anything that feels heavy in your body. Again, this takes a lot of practice. And I'm not going to sit here and say you can just sit here and do it and you're just going to be able to embody it. No, this takes a shit ton of practice. It depends. Like, everyone's different, right? It can be very quick, but usually it does take a lot of practice. So, maybe you start doing this. Maybe you start embodying your highest self today. And then maybe you only do it for a minute during your meditation, or even like 1 minute out of 20 minutes in your meditation. And then maybe the next day you do 2 minutes, and then 3 minutes, and then 4 minutes, and then 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden you're up to 20 minutes a day. You embody this type of energy. And then maybe in 3 months, maybe you're embodying this energy 30% of your day. And maybe in 1 year, you're embodying it in your entire video, and your entire business has completely exploded and completely changed because you're able to channel your energy. You're able to actually embody this highest version, this massive energy that is truly infinite to you. There's a reason we're able to tap into this energy, and you are truly worthy of feeling this energy. This is your birthright, is having access to this insane energy that is always available to you. All you do is have to access it and find a way to access it and consistently access it. And when you're embodying this, how can you feel more powerful? How can you feel confident? How do they get ready? Maybe they don't get ready, and that's totally okay. What does your authentic self, what does this empire leader do? How does this empire leader act? And don't look at other empire leaders. Don't look at other people who do this. You can do this to see what resonates with you. But once you go inside, only decide what resonates with you within you. What is it? Like, do you want to build an empire that's totally no makeup, sweatpants, it gives no shits about nothing, which is awesome. I fucking love that. There's nothing wrong with that. So is that the type of empire that you want to build? Is that what you want to embody? I love that. And sometimes that is me, maybe I will get in sweatpants. I don't know. Maybe I will get in sweatpants and all of that. I have in the past, but it's just, what does this empire leader do? And really, really feel that in as often as you possibly can. Another thing that's really going to help you embodying your authentic energy on camera, be self-reflective. Be really self-reflective. As you're talking into the camera, be reflective. It's almost like you're curiously observing yourself talking into the camera. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm curiously observing myself speaking to my audience, speaking to you guys. And how can you be self-reflective as you're doing this? It's not just writing out a script, reading off a teleprompter, doing your script, just doing it, just like hashing it out and then next, hashing it out and next. No, it's being self-reflective after every single thing that you say as you're saying it. And how would the audience on the other end interpret that? And it's really important to scroll through these social medias and see what it's like to be on the other side of the camera. What is it like to like actually scroll through, and what is it like to watch someone's video? And I want you to just reflect on when you say words, what power does it hold? And what power is it going to hold on that For You page, on the feed, on YouTube? How is that going to hold? And did you say it in the way that you truly wanted to say it? Because there's nothing wrong with re-recording. People don't do it enough. I do it all the time. This entire episode, I've recorded a lot, but you can't see it because it's called editing, and it's pretty amazing. So how can you become reflective? And if you need to say things over, again, do it. The way I structure my videos personally is I do a hook, I do bullet points, and then I do an outro. And I will say that hook sometimes 10, 12 times. And I have no problem doing it. Even though I've been doing this for years, I still do that. And even every hook I do, or every bullet point I do, I will say it 5 different times and make sure as I'm self-reflecting, as I'm saying it, how it's going to come across to people. Does it feel authentic? Ultimately, it's not like, will this person be impressed? No, it's this me. Am I saying it as myself? Am I saying this authentically as I can in this moment? Because every moment I truly feel is a little different. Yesterday I was different from today, and tomorrow I will be different as well. And my authenticity differs from moment to moment, but obviously my soul doesn't change, but your authenticity of what you feel in the moment is going to change day to day. So did you say that from an authentic place, or are you masking? That's a big thing. I did this all the time, all the freaking time. When I first started my account I masked. I've been in sales, and it was just something that I was so good at doing, and I am good at doing, is masking. But I have to constantly ask myself, am I masking? And yes, I still do it, but that's where the self-reflection comes in. Am I masking? Am I being vulnerable? Am I actually sharing from an authentic place? Is it from a good intention? And is it with my authentic voice that I would maybe talk to one of my best friends that I want to inspire, or someone who really needs my services, or someone who really needs just help that I can do, that only I can do? Or is it from the right place? Am I using my authentic voice? Am I talking up here because it's like, I just want to make sure that people think I'm really nice and that I'm just really kind? Because that happens a lot. That happens a lot with me. So even still, it still happens. The most common thing I see in women is using higher pitched voices in their videos. And it's really, really easy to miss because cultural standards want us to be seen as nice and kind, polite, little lady. But the thing is, it doesn't feel authentic. When we feel someone trying to be nice, something feels off and we don't really feel like listening to it. And notice the difference. When I talk up here and I'm really nice, and I just want to you guys to think I'm really nice, and for some reason, I don't know why, but we raise our voices to do this, but it doesn't feel authentic. And so something that helps is making sure that you're talking in your chest voice. You can go from high to mid, and mid still isn't totally authentic, but your chest voice is. So it's like almost roll in your chest, la, and then talk from that voice. Talk from your chest voice. Do not talk from your head voice, because again, it doesn't sound authentic. It isn't authentic. It's you trying to be seen as a nice girl, a nice woman. So how can you talk in a voice that is the most natural sounding? How do you talk to your best friend? How do you talk to your partner? Versus how do you talk to someone you've never met before, you're meeting for the first time? Hi, I'm Drea. Nice to meet you. It's like, hi, I feel a little uncomfortable. I feel a little awkward because that's what I'm showing you on camera. So how can you switch that feeling of awkwardness into something that feels confident coming from your chest, coming from your diaphragm? And the cool thing is when you embody this higher version of yourself, it just naturally comes through. You just naturally talk from your chest and your diaphragm. You don't talk up here because it's not what really feels like an empire builder or a leader. You talk from down here. All right, so going back to being self-reflective, another really awesome way to be self-reflective is just rewatching your videos. Rewatch your videos in multiple different ways. One of the ways that you can watch your videos, obviously, is watching it and listening to it, just like watching it like a regular person, watching it as if you were someone on the For You page or on a feed and just watching the video as if, yeah, like if you've never seen yourself before. And you have to do it from a curious standpoint. It's not from a judgmental standpoint of like, oh my God, my hair looks like shit. Oh my gosh, why did I say that? No, like look at it as if you can from someone else's point of view. The next way you can watch this video or listen to this video is listening to the video. So what I want you to do is I want you to completely get rid of the picture and then just listen to yourself. How do you sound? What does it sound like? Do you sound authentic? Does it sound like you naturally? And you can even do a side-by-side recording. Record yourself just talking to your partner or talking to your best friend, and then compare that to your video. Compare that to actually listening to your video without looking at the screen. Is it the most authentic self? And if you don't, like, if it doesn't sound authentic, if it doesn't sound the same, or if it doesn't sound what you authentically feel and what you want to embody, then what feels tight in your chest? What is the difference? How does it sound different? And what would you rather embody? What type of qualities would you rather have to your voice? Can you feel the energy of what you're sounding like in video versus what you want to sound like? Another example of doing this, and again, you really have to be careful not to judge yourself when you do this or other people, is going on to an influencer or a creator or a coach that you absolutely love their content and you feel like they're truly authentic, and comparing their video to yours. And again, this is a very fine balance of doing this correctly. But when done correctly, it's like you can feel this energy of authenticity from this creator. And then you can feel the difference of energy with you if you don't feel like you're being authentic, or maybe you are. But how can you almost channel this authenticity that this creator has tapped into and channel it for yourself? I love doing this. I love feeling the energy that other people are feeling and then channeling it for myself. We do this all the time. How many times have you been around someone who is so high energy and they're so positive, and they're so inspirational, and you're able to almost channel that? You're able to feel that. You're able to feel that vibe. Well, we can do this with anything. So how can you feel the energy of this other creator and channel their authenticity through you? That's why not judging is so damn important. Because if you start judging, you can block yourself off. You totally block yourself off of being able to channel someone's energy. Because if you're judging, it's a block. You just can't do it. You cannot do both. So if you can do it, if you can just curiously observe this creator's energy, then you can literally take that energy and you can channel it. It's not like that. I guess this is like a totally another episode I could do. I should write that down. But it's really incredible when we do this. When it's like you feel their energy. And if you're listening to this, you're most likely an empath, and you probably already know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't, totally fine, not a problem at all. Like, we all are so different. It's so beautiful. But being able to really see how that person is activated in their energy and their power, and then just surrendering to their power and their energy. And it's almost like trying to feel what they feel. Like, how do they tap into that, or how are they feeling what they feel? And I'm just going to leave it right there. And maybe it's just you asking that question, like, how can I do this? And I will make an episode about this because it's so cool. It's such a beautiful thing to do when you can really, really, when we can all just like help each other and channel each other's energy, and like maybe my energy activates something in you, and maybe your energy is going to activate something in me. And it's just so beautiful when we can do this. All right. So let's just sum this up. Everything that we just talked about, because I know we just talked about a ton, but first of all, it's embodying your authentic energy on camera. How do we do that? First, you have to embody it, like really embody it. Build that foundation of knowing who you are and embodying that energy every single day, and doing that as a practice, meditating on that, and really find out who you are deep down. And again, maybe it's writing out a list. Maybe it's just experiencing life more, or maybe you already know. And so how can you embody that energy every single day of your highest self, of this highest self that isn't in the future, that's happening right now, that's available to you right now? You already are that. The only reason that you don't think that is because there's ideas, identities, thoughts, ideas that are holding you back from truly believing the incredible power that you already have. So how can you truly feel this beautiful embodiment of your highest power, of your highest self, and practice that every single day as much as you possibly can? Set that intention. And then when you do that, embody that in every single video. Embody that when you're even choosing your ideas for your videos. When you're choosing anything in your business, that's what you should be doing is, embodying. And it's going to be embodiment. And then next, all the different techniques that we spoke about, just from being self-reflective in your videos, which is so important, and using your diaphragm, using your chest voice. There's so many ways to just tell if you're not being authentic on camera, and they're so useful. And also, again, another thing is looking at the camera and imagining it's just that one person that needs you, or it's hundreds of thousands of people that need you. So all of these techniques, especially, again, focus on building your foundation first of embodying that person that already has hundreds of thousands or millions of followers already that need your product. And then from there, everything else is going to follow, but it's okay. But until you're not perfect, because you're a human, but until then, you can do the other techniques as well, coupled with it, which are so dang powerful. So thank you so much for listening, you guys. I really, really appreciate it. And man, I like, again, you're going to listen to embodiment so many different times, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's so powerful. It's like literally powerful. So yes, I just go ahead and hit that follow button so you can hear more of the podcast episodes that are coming out. Because if you like this, you're going to love the other ones. And let me know. Go follow me on Instagram and let me know what you got out of this episode. I love sharing it in my stories. I absolutely love sharing your guys's, your praise, or even not, or whatever your thoughts. I love doing that. And honestly, it just like helps all of us out because we all own businesses. And when I share you in front of my audience, other people get to see you. And obviously it helps us out too. So I just thank you. I appreciate any support. And honestly, or if you just want to be here, like, thank you. Thank you so much for just being here and supporting and, in being connected with me in this moment. I appreciate it more than you can imagine. I love you. And I will see you next episode, or listen to you or talk to you next episode. And with that, we come to the close of yet another epic journey of the Aligned Empire podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the frequency of your limitless potential. Each episode is a code to unlock your unique energetic frequencies of money, business, and your aligned empire. If you feel this episode would resonate with others, please share it forward, creating a ripple effect throughout the universe. Make sure to subscribe to continue this journey of transformation with us. Join us again next week as we continue to rise together, joining a movement that is changing the world. This is Drea Brown, your guide on this journey, signing off.